Hello friends and welcome to average classes. ठीक है. So like we have discussed, this is the third part of your hydrostatic pressure force, and I told you in the third class we are going to discuss about pressure diagram. ठीक है. So this pressure diagram is only applicable for your plane surfaces. This is not applicable for the curved surfaces. ठीक है. I wanted to complete the curved surface and plane surfaces first, then I wanted to come to the pressure diagram. ठीक है. So कैसे हो आप लोग? सही है? Okay. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe. Okay. So now coming to the pressure diagram. What? Sir, it's a graphical representation. Okay. At the end of the day, you'll get a pressure prism. Okay. You'll get a pressure prism. At the trapezoidal pressure prism you'll be getting. So it's a graphical representation. Okay. Graphical representation of variation of pressure over the plane surface. Like I told you, it is over the plane surface. Okay. And it's not for curved surfaces. Okay. These are drawn from the plane of the surface. Like your plane of the surface will become your what? Base for the trapezoidal prism or base for the pressure diagram. Drawn from the plane of the plane surface, whether it is inclined or horizontal or vertical. So these are your two-dimensional representation of one horizontal case, one vertical case, and one inclined case. Okay. So how the pressure will vary here on the horizontal case? Uniformly. Okay. So like this is your pressure. If it is at a height depth of h, let us say this is at a depth of h, then this total is rho gh, or rho g we write, what is rho into g? We write gamma, that is our weight density. Okay. So this is your pressure prism, like that it will be as the length of the plate will be like this. So on the total length of the plate there will be pressure prism. See, this is like this, correct? समझ में आ रहा है आपको horizontal? तो total ऐसा, ये जो pressure diagram, ठीक है? So next this one, let us say this is at a height of h1, the top surface, and the bottom surface is at a height of h2. Bottom surface is at a height of h2. So how the pressure prism will be? Sir, like this. This is your rho gh1. As the depth increases, my pressure increases linearly. My pressure increases linearly. So here the pressure is rho gh1, or sir you have already told gamma h1. Gamma is rho into g. So this pressure will be, sir, this pressure will be rho gh2 on the bottom surface or gamma h2 Okay? Very good. So how the pressure is acting? Normal, always normal. So this is an inclined plane. Okay, how the pressure will act? So pressure will always act normal to the surface. So here how the pressure prism will be. Okay, got it? So this is again rho g h1. This is your rho g h2. This particular thing at a height of, at an angle of theta. We have already discussed the case of inclined plane. Okay. Now see. So if the pressure diagram, okay, is drawn for every section of the plane surface, it will give you a three-dimensional trapezoidal prism. Okay, this we'll discuss after the next verse. How we are getting a three-dimensional trapezoidal prism? Next 5 minutes will be after that. After this we'll be discussing. Okay, I'll take a vertical plane case and we will discuss. So three-dimensional trapezoidal prism. So this one, if you see plane to the paper, you will find like a prism. You will understand. Okay, is obtained. Now remember, this is the plane surface now. You'll get this trapezoidal prism only for vertical case or inclined case. You are not going to get it for horizontal case. Horizontal cases you'll be getting a cuboid kind of thing. You won't be getting a trapezoidal prism. Okay? Obtained. Now, why we are studying this? See, it is a technique. Through this technique, we want to find what is the total pressure or hydrostatic pressure on a surface. Okay, without going to much detail, from this diagram only we want to find. Okay, so in such case the volume of the trapezoidal prism will give you the total pressure force or hydrostatic pressure. You obtain the diagram. So it is geometrical figure means it has area and volume. So the volume will represent the hydrostatic pressure force. Okay, and the centroid of the volume of the trapezoidal prism will give you what? Center of pressure. Okay, the centroid, we need what? Total pressure force, and we need the center of pressure. So the total pressure force or hydrostatic pressure is nothing but your volume of the trapezoidal prism, and the centroid of the volume will give you the center of pressure. Centroid of the volume will give you a center of pressure. Okay, pause the video and note it down. Pause the video and note it down. Ask any doubts if you have. Okay. So how we draw, like if you draw that in a graph and all, then in that graph, okay, normally your 1 centimeter represents 100 kilopascal. Normally 1 centimeter, okay, will represent how much? 100 kilopascal. Okay. So now let's discuss a vertical case. Okay. So this is my free surface layer. Okay. Okay. Free surface. So I have a vertical plate like this. See, this is the front view of the plate. Okay. And this is the side view of the plate. Okay. Need not to say again, we are not considering the thickness. We are not considering the thickness. Okay. Got it? So let this be the what is your, let's say this is a height of h. What is the height of this? H. This is your plate. Okay, this is your plate. Very good. So this is a symmetrical plate. This is your symmetrical plate, and this plate is at a height of h1. The top surface is at a height of h1 from the free surface layer, and the bottom surface is at a height of h2 from the free surface of the liquid. Free surface of the liquid. So in such case, if it is a symmetrical object, the center of gravity, the CG, that is your center of gravity, will be always at a distance of h1 plus h2 by 2. Remember, this is your centroid h, isn't it? H bar. This is what we need. Correct or not? This is what we need. H bar. So what will be your h bar? Sir, h bar is, you say, at a distance h1 plus h2 by 2, as this is a symmetrical object. As this is a symmetrical object which is placed how? Vertically. Which is placed vertically below the surface of the liquid. Below the free surface, or it is completely submerged inside the liquid, whose top portion is at a depth of h1 and the bottom portion is at a depth of h2. The height of this particular plate is h. Okay. So what I am trying to say is, I am trying to demonstrate how the pressure prism will look. How the pressure prism or your pressure diagram will look for this. Now see, now try to understand. I am very much excited now to explain this. See, this is the plate, correct? What is the height of the plate? Sir, height of the plate you have already told is h. Okay, this is your height of the plate, h. Okay. So this plate is how, if you see, it is plain to the paper. How I have kept it? Plain to the paper, but I cannot draw plain to the paper. It's a two-dimensional diagram. So I have slanted it. So this is your plate. You understood? This is your plate. This is your plate. I have written here plate. So this surface is your plate, whose height is h and the length is l. The length is l. Okay. Now concentrate. So this is at a distance of what? h1 from the free surface. So what is the pressure acting here? What will be the pressure acting here? Sir, rho g h1. Rho g h1. What will be the pressure acting at the bottom? Sir, rho g h2. Rho g h2. Last class I have told you how we draw the intensity of pressure diagram. Sir, we show the arrow marks. So this value is nothing but rho g h1, and this particular value is nothing but rho g h2. Rho g h2. And how the pressure varies as you go down? Sir, the pressure varies linearly. So that's why this is a linear curve. Okay, that's why there is a linear curve. And this arrow mark shows the intensity of pressure. As the depth of immersion increases, your pressure also, or intensity of pressure increases, rho g h1 being on the top and rho g h2 being on the bottom. Okay, so this is valid for the entire this length of the surface too. Okay, so these all are your pressure. How much? Rho g h1. What is the pressure intensity here? Sir, rho g h1. So similarly here also, what is the pressure intensity? Sir, rho g h2. Entire thing is your rho g h2. Understood? Yes sir, no. So is it looking like a prism? Yes or no? Is it looking like a prism? Yes sir, it's looking like a pressure prism. Or this is a trapezoidal prism. What? It is a trapezoidal pressure diagram. Isn't it? See, I have two parallel two parallel bases, two parallel stuffs, and I have a length here, height h. So two parallel sides and one length height. This is what? This represents your trapezium. This represents your trapezium. So let us try to solve it. Let us say this height is a, one parallel side height is a, other parallel side height is b. Other parallel side height is b. So what is your area of a trapezium? What is area of a trapezium, sir? Area of a trapezium is half a plus b into height. Half a plus b into height. So this is the area of a trapezium. What is volume? Volume of any substance. Sir, volume of any substance is the cross sectional area into the length, or the cross section of the base into the height. That is volume. So what will be your volume here? Sir, volume is half a plus b multiply h, which is the area multiplied the length. That is my volume. That is my volume. Very good, very good. So what is our objective here? Our objective here is to find out the total pressure force acting on the vertical plane surface and the center of pressure. That is the location where the total pressure force is acting. That is our objective. So I am going to solve it. Now, this side you can just note it down because I need to erase. Okay? Got it? Very good. So now you know the volume. From theory we came to know that the total pressure force on any surface is nothing but volume of the pressure diagram. Volume of the pressure diagram represents the total pressure force, and the centroid of the pressure diagram represents the center of pressure where the total pressure force is acting. Very good. Now volume. So this implies the volume of pressure diagram, this pressure diagram. Okay, bolo kya? Sir, half. What is your value of A? Sir, A is rho g h1. What is the value of B? Sir, B is rho g h2. Very good. Multiplied by, sir, h into L. H is the height of this plate, L is the length of the plate. If you are getting confusion, you can write it B. Let this be L. So by sir h1, h2 we are writing now. Okay. So again A and B will confuse. Okay. So suppose I am writing here B into L. So what you got, sir? Half rho g take common. If you take rho g common, what you got? Sir, h1 plus h2 multiplied by B into L. Very good. What? Very good. So this implies rho g into h1 plus h2. Take these two inside. What you got? B into L. Sir, rho g you just told h1 plus h2 by 2 is nothing but h bar for a symmetrical object multiplied by B into L. So what is B into L? Sir, B into L is nothing but area of the plate. B into L is the area of the plate. So what you got? Rho g h bar A. That is volume of pressure diagram. But from the previous class, what you know the rho g h bar A? Sir, rho g h bar A is nothing but the total force. Rho g h bar A is nothing but the total pressure force acting on this plate. I hope you understood. See, I have proved also now that the volume of the pressure diagram is the volume of the pressure diagram gives you what? The total pressure force, or the hydrostatic pressure acting on this vertical plane surface. So the volume of the pressure diagram is your F total. Then sir, how to calculate the Cp? I told you, what is the Cp? Center of pressure. Center of pressure is nothing but the centroid of the pressure diagram. What is centroid of a trapezium? What is centroid of a trapezium formula? Sir, centroid of the trapezium is nothing but, if you are taking this A, if you are taking this B, sir, A plus 2B by A plus B multiply h by 3, where h is the height. So if h is the height, the centroid of your trapezium prism is A plus 2B by A plus B into h by 3. See, this trapezial formula we are writing height h. For our pressure prism, we are writing B. No sir, it is confusing. You write H only. Are sir, again you are changing. See, I want to avoid the confusion. If you understood, you do not mind whether it is B into L or H into L. Okay? So if you are following this only continuously, what you got? Your centroid of pressure to A plus 2B by A plus B into H by 3. A, rho G H1, B, rho G H2, H is the height of the, this only. Okay, height of the trapezium. Understood? Understood? So this is your pressure diagram. The volume of the pressure diagram gives you the total pressure force or total hydrostatic force or hydrostatic pressure acting on the vertical plane surface, and the centroid of the trapezium or centroid of the pressure diagram gives you the CP, gives you the center of pressure. So this is your center of pressure for this pressure diagram. Okay, sorry, center of pressure for the what? Total pressure force. Okay, pause the video and note it down. See, one more thing. You have any doubts now, I am encouraging you to please write me in the comment box. Unless you write in the comment box, I cannot clear your doubts. Okay? Good. Now note it down. So now, quick, just note it down. Okay? If you have a rectangular surface B into H, your IG is nothing but BH cube by 12 and CG is BH by 2. You know, CP is 2H by 3. If you have a triangular surface which is apex upward, how it is inserted with apex upward? Okay, then it is BH cube by 36, CG is 2H by 3 and CP is 3H by 4. Sometimes they may ask you, okay, you have a triangular surface. Okay, let me draw here. Triangular surface with apex or vertex downward, like this they have asked you. Okay, height is H, this is B. Sometimes they may ask you question like this. In this case, what will be IG? IG will be same, it is BH cube by 36. But now your CG is this much. CG is going to be H by 3 and CP will be H by 2. Okay? Suppose you have a circular cross section, you know already pi d 4 by 64. Your CG will be your D by 2 and your CP is going to be 5D by 8. Okay? Fast note it down. This is for RRB, SSC, JEE, one more question. So you have a very less time. That's why we have wrote it.